When and Jen Lose It. I'm Wen.
And I'm Jen.
And we're losing it. This week, we are going to be talking about how the first week went. The purpose of this video is we're going to tell you what didn't work for us, what did, how motivated we do feel or don't feel.
It's only 8 days, but hey, baby steps, right?
Yes, one day at a time.
Yeah, so how did week 1 go for you, Wen?
Well, okay, I did exceptional with the meals because we all know what we're supposed to eat right, and we all know how to eat right. It's just doing it. So for me, it was cutting out the things like butter and fatty foods and not frying stuff, but actually grilling it or baking it. That was an extra struggle for me because I'm just used to taking the easy way out, which unfortunately is the unhealthy way.
True.
So, I had to kind of struggle a little with that, but I caught on a lot quicker and I actually enjoyed what I was eating a lot sooner than I expected to. I figured I'd be a little bit more apprehensive to it than I was. So that was great. But my biggest obstacle is after dinner time, up to that point from breakfast, snacks, lunch, and dinner, I'm exceptional. I mean, my MyFitnessPal tracker has me on point, giving me all kinds of props and woohoos. And then once dinner hits and then I start getting hungry a couple hours later, it's the midnight monster that hits. I haven't planned for what midnight snacks to eat. I haven't really picked some that satisfy that craving because I am used to eating later because I do work at night. So having to work out my routine and my biological clock with my eating schedule, it's going to be my biggest goal for next week and moving forward, I think. How about for you, Jen?
This week actually went really well because I did plan everything down, man, I swear, to the T. Like with my snacks, with my lunch, dinners, breakfast, everything. I planned really detailed, and so I pretty much stuck to my eating plan. My husband and I went out to eat for the very first time last night, and I had a quote-unquote cheat meal, and it was actually all within my MyFitnessPal calorie restriction, so I technically, I guess you could say I cheated, but it was all right. It was all within my calorie restrictions, so I was excited about that, and I got a salad instead of fries, stuff like that. But the eating hasn't been super hard for me. The sticking with drinking all my water has been a huge struggle for me. I've probably gotten half of what I want to. Like, I've been doing about 44 ounces to maybe 64 ounces a day, which is just not even close to what I want to get in, but it's more than I was before, so I guess it's a step in the right direction.
Absolutely. I'm with you too. I completely forgot about the water. I was supposed to be drinking I think it's 8 to 10 bottles, and I'm barely at 4 to 6, so I'm right there with you. I'm struggling with that as well. And of course, everybody knows that eating healthier does cost a little bit more, so this is going to be a little bit of a struggle trying to work out budget-wise, but it's all falling into place, surprisingly. So I'm actually a lot more motivated than I normally am when I start this process.
Same. I was just going to say that. I have been really pumped up this week. And I want to talk about kind of withdrawal symptoms. If you've had any, I'm not sure. Yeah. Since the first, I have not. Coke is my biggest weakness. That is my number one. Oh my gosh. It's like a drug to me. And I have not had any Coke or coffee since the first. And whoo! Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, killer headache. Worst headache. Oh my gosh, it sucked. I was dragging butt. It sucked. And I was really just dragging. But today and yesterday, I have gotten up and I feel so energized, like so much going nonstop, and I still have energy and I still feel great. It's awesome. But man, whew, those first 2 days, those are rough.
Yeah, I'm right with you. And it's funny because we didn't actually bring it to each other's attention. We just, we're checking on each other, and we just started talking about kind of how we're feeling, and it all led into the segue of we both realized we're going through withdrawal.
Yeah.
So, because the coffee is huge for me. I don't just drink coffee in the morning. I was drinking in the afternoon and night because I work a lot of nights. So I could drink probably anywhere from 3 to 6 cups of coffee a day. And I completely went cold turkey and cut it out. And I wasn't planning on doing that. If I was, I would have kind of weaned myself off. But I woke up January 2nd and said, you know what? Let's cut it. Cut the caffeine. It's not helping. and I did. And I had the headaches, and I am super cranky, quite a bit moody. I think my family would say they're walking on eggshells right now, and I hate that, but it is a means to an end. So hopefully it's going to work itself out. But I do notice that kind of combating that with eating healthier, and not only not feeling guilty, but I do feel a lot better, because when you eat the unhealthy foods, you have such a drag, and you have such, not a groggy feeling, but you do feel just kind of, I don't know, just gross. You feel gross sometimes when you eat that really gross stuff. And as delicious as it tastes, it was really difficult to give it up. But now that I see how much of an effect it had on my body when I eat a healthier version of something that I enjoyed, I do love that I do feel better. So that is a huge motivator for me. But yeah, the withdrawal, that has been and still is really tough. So I'm hoping that that's going to kind of taper off soon, because it's not fun, but it also proves to me that I really was hooked on this stuff, and I need to get it out of my body and get it out of my system.
Yes, and there's so many toxins. I mean, people use Coca-Cola to drain, like to clean the inside of their toilet, and it gets it like sparkling white clean, and I'm like, what the hell is that doing to my insides? Because I've been drinking that stuff since I was tiny, and like I was doing at least probably, let's say, 2 32-ounce Cokes a day, and so that's, like 64 ounces of Coke. And it dehydrates you in itself, and I wasn't drinking any water, so it's ugly. But I've got to stay away from it, and I've gone off the Cokes before. I sound like a drug addict, but
but it is. I mean, it's addictive. It's like a drug.
Yeah, but I've done that before for maybe a month or two, and that was it. And I would have one drink somewhere we would go out to eat or something like that. I would just have one, and man, that's it. That is all she wrote.
Well, I've noticed with FitnessPal, like I said, I wasn't really into the FitnessPal before. It never worked for me. But this time I'm noticing the app has changed since the last time I used it. And I think the biggest change that benefits me is if I go to add the food, and a lot of times I try to add it before I eat it so I know how much it's going to affect me, because I may decide against it.
Same.
I went to drink a soda yesterday, and it was just a ginger ale. It wasn't, I thought it wasn't something as bad as like a Coke or Diet Pepsi. Or Dr. Pepper. So I added the ginger ale, and it popped up instantly in red. This is going to put you over your sugar. This is going to do this to you. And I'm like, wow, okay, let's take that off. I'm not going to drink it.
I was just kidding.
So I had no idea how much even just one can actually throw off your entire day. Yeah. So yeah, I'm with you. It's tough to let this stuff go, because it's like almost a comfort to drink it or eat it. But in the long run, the healthier version of everything, from water instead of soda to healthier cooking styles, it really does make a big payoff, and you notice almost instantly.
It does. Awesome. Well, it sounds like we are on the right track. We are doing what we need to do, and we're kind of working out the kinks as we go. So we're going to check back in with you guys in about a week and let you know kind of our progress, what we've changed up, what is working for us, what isn't. If we've started an exercise plan, I don't think either one of us have really started one quite yet. We're trying to get the eating plans kind of under control.
And check out our websites. Every Friday, we'll be adding a new personal post under the WenPath or JennPath, so you can see how we're personally doing. And then, of course, every Sunday we upload these videos. So stay tuned with our website and follow us on Instagram, on Snapchat, and on Facebook to keep up with what we're eating. If we add in exercise, or if we have any little hidden surprises that we're taking away out of our lifestyle or adding to it that we want to modify, and we want you to know about it.
Yes, and if we find really cool little workout tips or recipes or anything like that, I'll post them on Instagram, and when we'll post them on Facebook, we'll post them for you guys, and we'll also put them on the blog. So if we find any little hidden treasures like that, we'll let y'all know.
Absolutely. And we'll see you next week.
We'll see you next week. Bye.